Christina Ritchie. If you want more pars, let's talk about spine extension. Now, the spine extension that I'm referring to is the upper part of your back. All right, a lot of great ball strikers have spine extension. It helps to keep them centered, helps to keep the club on plane. So we have Nick here. He has a great swing and he has a lot of spine extension, so he's a really good example. Let's define it. Spine extension. All right, it's the upper part of the back. It keeps you real centered. All right, his spine is still safe. It's pointing in the right direction. But his upper part of your spine, this area here, is extending. All right, and that's what allows players to stay really centered. All right, he's very, very centered. The more spine extension you have, the more centered you can stay. All right, it also gets the hands up high. All right, so spine extension is a good thing, but it's not for everyone. And helps them to create a really powerful backswing. Now, do you need spine extension to make a great swing? And the answer is no. All right, but there are some things that you got to watch out for if you don't have spine extension. And the biggest one is just coming off the ball too much. So if you don't have any spine extension and you're making your backswing by moving over here a ton, matter of fact, I need a passport, it's so far over there, that's not going to help you. So I'm a perfect example. I don't have a lot of spine extension. All right, so you can compare me, I'll put myself next to Tony Finau. All right, similar spine extensions. Shorter backswings, very snappy and fast. All right, and the ball rockets off the face. I like it because I find that this swing is efficient. All right, you just got to be careful that it's not too short when you get to the longer clubs. All right, I got Tony Finau here. So Tony does not have a lot of spine extension like Nick does. All right, so that's the top of his swing. His hands are low. He doesn't have a lot of thoracic spine extension, upper spine extension, and that's perfectly fine. There it is. And I'm the same way. Very similar. So put me to the top there. All right, there's the top of my swing. All right. So it's okay not to have a ton of spine extension. All right, we get our power, fast hands, good hip, efficient move. You don't have to have spine extension to make a successful swing. So if I'm mishitting my longer clubs, I got to make sure that I'm rotating the hips because it's easy to not rotate the hips enough. All right, so I like to feel real stable, feel low. And this is what I like at the top of my swing. I don't have a lot of spine extension. So you can see spine extension helps to keep you centered. But I don't like what it does to my hands. So I'm going to turn this angle here. If I go to the top and I add spine extension, I feel like I have to reroute it because I like to come in more shallow. I like to go pretty much up and down the same path. So I would consider myself a one-planer. I'm not a two-planer. My hands pretty much go up and down the same track. They actually go a little inside and then they're dead on plane on the downswing. Club head behind the hands. Alright, I just feel like when my hands get high and I have spine extension, this track with the hands, my hand pass specifically, gets uncomfortable, so I really like it. Boom, boom. There's not a lot of change with my hand path. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's what I like with my hand path. Very similar. All right, if I get up here, I feel like I have to reroute it. All right, I just feel like it's easier. The swing for me is more efficient. So players ask, Christina, if I don't have a lot of spine extension and my hands aren't getting up high and I'm not making a big backswing, am I going to be able to hit my driver? And the answer is yes. So in other words, my backswing, because I don't have a lot of spine extension, my hands are lower. Someone that has spine extension, their hands are higher. All right, so can you hit a good ball with your driver with your hands at 10? And the answer is absolutely. all right? But you got to make sure that you rotate your hips enough. You got to make sure that you rotate your torso enough so you do have time, because the driver is a long shaft and you need time to square the face. But that's not for everybody. Spine extension is awesome, all right? So that's why you got to work with a golf professional to find out what swing style is best for you, and that includes how much spine extension should you have, or should you not have any. This is a great backswing, and so is this, all right? So that's the point of this tip. There's no cookie cutter swing. It's what works best for you.